Hi guys, Chuyang here, back at Chapter, and today we're gonna be reviewing some cakes that we have, which is the matcha jujube cake as well as the marble butter cake that we are starting to bake in-house now. Okay, so onto the specs. This is not actually what I'm talking about today lah. Okay, we have something more interesting than cakes. We have in-house right now a used or pre-loved or pre-owned, we have a used 2015 Mercedes-Benz S63 AMG Coupe. It's behind me right now. A little bit about this car. Alright, so to understand what S-Class means, right? Mercedes as a car manufacturer, their lineup consists of mainly the A-Class, the C-Class, the E-Class, as well as the S-Class. Alright, so this is the S-Class. The S-Class in German, not in German lah. In German, there's a name, there's a phrase in German or a term or what you call it. It's a German word, which basically translates to super. This S-Class is the top of the line Mercedes production car, and it's an S63, which is an AMG. So what that means is that this car, the engine of this car, is made by one man alone. So that's the main selling point of AMG cars. It's made by one man, by hand, alone. Of course, with some machinery help lah, but mostly with just one man. Right? This is a 5.5 liter engine, V8, producing 585 brake horsepower as well as 900 Newton meters of torque. For such a heavy car, it looks like such a beast, heavy, gargantuan car. It is not a small car. It is not a small car at all. It is big, it is luxurious, it is executive, and it reflects that through the use of high quality, very, very pristine materials. And yeah, that engine can push this car from 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds. Very, very, very impressive figures indeed. So let's take a closer look at the car, the exterior, and then move on to the interior. Now, this is the S63 AMG, and it is such a beautiful car. So let's move on to the front. You can see that this is LED headlights. This is the exquisite, the super luxurious version. There's like 47 individual LEDs inside. It is intelligent technology as well. So it can swivel according to wherever you're pointing it, basically, especially around corners. You can see that that is helping you see better. Okay, now I hope you can see under this the spotlight. I hope that you can see that this is not black paint. This is actually the ruby red metallic paint. It's a special color from Mercedes themselves, of course, Mercedes original paint. And then you can see that it is black in most circumstances, right? And when light hits it just the right way, you can see it's a little bit of a very dark purple, very ruby, a little bit like, you know the Nyonya dessert Biko Moi? Looks a little bit like that. This is like Biko Moi color car. I fucking love it. Okay, then this is the Mercedes grille, very standard Mercedes fare, not the updated facelifted grills. But yeah. So moving on, this car is also optioned with the carbon fiber package. So you can see that the front lip here is carbon fiber. And then there's other details that are carbon fiber as well. And in these cars, right, carbon fiber package doesn't really give you a whole lot of carbon fiber to work with, and I really appreciate that. Because the art of subtlety is like a little bit sprinkled in is nice. Too much, and it just looks very try hard lor. But this is the S63, it's an AMG, it doesn't need to try hard. It is already like freaking top of the line in terms of automobile dream cars and Mercedes lineup especially. You can look at these massive wheels. These are 20-inch wheels, 6-pot calipers, and you can see how big these brakes are. This humongous brakes for a heavy, fast car like this. V8, 5.5 liters. That's crazy. Side mirrors here, you have the carbon fiber package as well. You can see that those add a very nice touch. You see the Mercedes branding over here. Let me show you the inside of the lights. There's Mercedes branding here as well. So it's very beautiful. You can see it's so beautiful, the lights. Oh, extremely beautiful. And that's the branding for the LED intelligent light system as well. So it can basically help you maneuver around better at night. Side skirts are equipped with the carbon fiber option, if you look at that. Right, side skirts are in carbon fiber as well. Moving on to the back, you can see that. Let me lean over this box. Yes, you can see this S63 AMG. It just looks very poised, very elegant, very graceful, but it has a monstrous engine underneath. It is elegant above all else. It does not look like a sports car. It is a grand touring car that can seat mainly 2 people, right? They can sit 4. It's like basically 2+2. It's a big car, right? And yeah, let's move on to the back. You can see this integrated spoiler. I wouldn't really call it a spoiler. It's a little bit like a baby duck. Yeah, there you go. And then the S63, no need for up badging. It's already an AMG. You can see the exhaust and the rear bumper has carbon fiber integrated with this as well. This is the AMG exhaust. There's still heat emanating from this because just now we just started the car and moved it in. Diffuser over here, not in carbon fiber. I actually like it. Okay, if you notice this car, right, whatever they have or want to do carbon fiber or want to use carbon fiber, it's actually sandwiched between a few things. It's actually sandwiched between this and the diffuser, carbon fiber, and then this one is just side skirt, so that's that. But in front as well, you see, it is not the most bottom. It is not located at the most bottom. It's sandwiched between 2-3 layers of metal, and that's a very nice, elegant touch. As in, to sandwich it between, curve it up like that, and it's just beautiful. I love this. This actually reminds me a lot of the Bentley Bentayga that we got in last time, with the carbon fiber options as well. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. And this is really up to snuff as well. Mercedes are no slackers. Mercedes are really no slackers when it comes to building beautiful cars, and this is definitely one of that. Let's move on to the interior, and you can continue to be fully amazed. keyless entry, and there you go. That's the amazing interior. I freaking love light colored leather interiors with two-tone. It is beautiful beyond all descriptors I can push out to you right now, and it's just crazy beautiful. Look at this door panel. Look at this door panel. Just look at it. It is a dark brown interior, dark brown two-tone leather. Okay, so here it's dark brown with porcelain. Okay, this lighter leather is it's code for porcelain leather, and then here you get the porcelain leather color tone contrast stitching on a very dark brown color. You get electronic memory seats, 3 settings as well, seat ventilation, seat heating over here, and all your memory driver memory packages can be saved here. All the seat adjustments you can want in the world, and you can see how beautifully they curve in the leather here, and everything just flows very, very elegantly. That's why this is an S-Class, right? This car is equipped with the Burmeister high-end sound system. We'll get into that a little bit later. And you can get the unlock and lock buttons over here, tucked neatly inside this very circular concave. And this is just beautiful design language. You see how everything flows here, everything's tucked very neat and very flowy. I love flowy designs like this. There's no sharp corners, right? They try to minimize the amount of sharp corners, because sharp corners to the human eye and in design purposes, sharp corners cause discomfort, right? So this is a technique that designers use. This is a technique that designers use to try and stir emotion, which is when there's a lot of corners or sharp edges, it causes the human psyche, or like psychologically you feel a bit uncomfortable, right? Looking at a lot of sharp edges and corners, it gives you a sense of discomfort, and in this car that's not the case. You close the door. Okay, and once you close the door, just now I don't know if you could have heard that the Slayer espresso machine was de-steaming, as we call it. I don't know if anyone calls it de-steaming. We were just letting out steam in the machine, and yeah, it's usually a very noisy process, but in this car, okay, a little bit. So let's start this engine before I. Okay, let me turn that off. Seatbelt presenter is a very nice empathetic feature here as well. Seatbelt presenter over here, and the seatbelt is in the same porcelain color as well. Now, this car is equipped with the Burmeister high-end sound system. In this car, there's a total of I think 21 speakers all around this car, hidden, and it is absolutely crazy the amount of what do you call it, quality that you can pump out through these speakers. Are like, it's really high-end audiophile level stuff, right? You can see just in the door itself, integrated in the door itself, there's one speaker here and there's one speaker here, and then on top there's one speaker here, there's another 2 on that side, and there's probably more hidden within the car. There's a total of 21. These seats just so comfy. Okay, so everything in this cabin is very light leather with contrasting stuff here as well, and it is so elegant. You know what I really like about this car? On that point of no corners, this door bin, as it closes, see, everything is flush, it is smooth, and they color code or synchronize the same amount of leather that goes here, that goes here, and swoops across the dashboard over there, flows down and across to the other side. That is beautiful, beautiful crafting, or spatial crafting, or interior design of car. That is absolutely gorgeous. This looks like something you see out of a museum. There's this Taiwanese museum that it reminds me of something like this. Very long, flowy hallways, and it's just like, okay, wow, this is extremely beautiful. And look at this double Coptic screen as well. Huge Coptic screen. You get the Mercedes air vents. Okay, something I really like is that you can control everything with one hand. You don't need to do a few different things, but you can't really control airflow through that. Now this steering wheel is also exquisite AF because of the light leather, as well as this is I think lacquer as well, or wood. I don't really know what this material is, but I see a lot of high-end cars as well. So yeah, exquisite. Let me try and rev and see if you can hear. Yes, that's some revvy going on. Okay, so look at this seats. It's basically the same seat as I'm sitting on, and this is the light leather seat with perforated leather in porcelain color. You get the AMG badge here, and these are not very soft seats, but they hold you in very, very well. This is the center console. You get the handwriting options here, as well as the basically a control here lah. Right, so all the navigation, radio, infotainment system can be controlled from here, and this is a twisty knob thing to select left and right basically. Okay, so volume can be controlled here, as well as the steering wheel, and then you get your driving mode selector here. Okay, this car is equipped with the 7-speed Mercedes AMG MCT speed shift. So this is the same kind of technology as when they first launched the SL63, and now it's in this car. It's a brilliant sports gearbox. Why is it brilliant? I don't know. I read reviews, they say it's brilliant. I haven't tried myself. I have not yet driven this car myself, but if AMG uses it, I think it is up to par. I hope to drive this one day. Let's see if we can make that happen. Alright, center console is big, lush and plush, and you get the AMG crest embossed here. Open up. It's for storing your mini bottles of champagne and diamonds and gold ingots. You can store that here. Back seat over there. It is looking, actually for a coupe, not very small. I think it can comfortably fit kids back there. It's just adults won't have a very, very pleasant time. Okay, and then this is what I'm talking about. There is Burmeister, one big speaker here as well. You get rear seat conditioning, and then you get this two 12-volt sockets, and then some small storage space. Okay, alright. There is the panoramic roof, and there's a magic roof feature as well, which you can change the color of the roof, etc. But we're not going to play with that because I think that's very, very boring. So that's the interior of the car. Jeez, this car. I love the thing I love most about this car is just how flowy and elegant. Lack of straight lines, lack of like corners, and it's just like enveloping you in luxury, and you just feel like, oh shit, I want a road trip in this car. Right, you can actually road trip in this car. Another very ingenious feature about this car is that there are cameras and radars, everything in the front of this car, in the housing. And what it does is basically it scans the road ahead of you, and then if there's, for example, any potholes and stuff, any dips in the ground or sudden dips in the ground, the suspension will actually loosen up or adjust the height of the wheel to accommodate for that. So for example, if there's a pothole here, right, it goes across the pothole, and then it already preemptively knows that, okay, I'm going across a pothole on the right tires. So the right tires will actually loosen up the suspension, go down and up. So it gives you that magic carpet feeling of just wafting around in your super expensive car, looking across at all the peasants in their car, like fucking bumpy road, and then you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just wafting in my S-Class 63. Exquisite. Okay, so that's the interior of this car. One last thing to show you, that's the engine. So there you go, that's the AMG one man, one engine concept, hand built by Matthias Doris over here. You can see the official AMG badge, handcrafted by Matthias Doris. 5.5 liter gargantuan V8 housed right in here, and that's crazy. Okay, you get this foam thingy to dampen noise as well as control vibrations of this, trying to hold this massive engine. So this is actually a similarity between the Bentayga as well as the S63 AMG. Crazy. Wow. So the price of this car, right? The price of this car during launch was around 1.49 mil. Very close to 1.5 million ringgit. But now this car in the used market, it has depreciated quite a bit, and it is only retailing with us for 588-ish, 588, 999, something like that. So that's within the price range of what you're looking at. Depreciation hurts these cars a lot because they are sports cars all in all, and as a result, rich people buy them, poor people like us, we can afford them a few years down the road. Of course, this is like still way over most people's budget for a car. It's an S-Class, it's an AMG. Oh, yes. So I hope you enjoyed looking at and exploring this beautiful S63 AMG with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hopefully we can go for a drive. I'm trying to get approval from the boss. But yeah, thank you so much. If you want to view this car, please do not hesitate to either contact me on my personal page or the Western Circle page, and then we will schedule an appointment for you to test drive this car, as well as get some coffee, some fresh baked cakes. You know, that's what we're about, cars and coffee, and yes, you. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to all of us at Horizon, and yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you.